Good evening. My name is Zach Steiger, and I am a member of the football, hockey, and baseball teams. At this time, it is my honor to welcome David Morris to the podium as he introduces Brewers' first Hall of Fame hockey player, Eric White.
First of all, I just want to say what a special event this is for Brewer. And to be here tonight is just a great honor. I'm especially grateful to be here tonight and having the privilege and honor to present to you guys a tremendous person, an extraordinary player who I have a great deal of respect and admiration for in Eric White. Before I share some moments and some things about Eric, just want to express it's not by accident the person that Eric is. Roger and Leanne White have been great parents, great supporters of all athletes and programs here in Brewer. Matter of fact, every year since I've been coaching across the river, as Dennis might say, I get a call from Roger just congratulating me, expressing his support. And so Eric comes from a great family, got great brothers, I would say married to a beautiful woman, and just a tremendous family on the White side. To be a coach and to be called a coach, I think is a great privilege, and I've been blessed beyond measure, especially my years, 12 years I spent here in Brewer. Many of you people in the crowd here, the relationships that I've been able to build have just been unbelievable. So it's just a great honor being here. Since 2005, Eric White has been, in some capacity, a very significant part of my coaching plan. Whether it was in 2004 as a 7th grade year, when Randy Hutchins would come to me and say, hey, you have a talented player coming up through, and I think he's going to make a great impact at Brewer High School. Or, just as recent past spring, and talking to Bangor and Brewer players about how to handle yourself in pressure situations, which Eric had a great ability to do. So to say the least, Eric has been a significant part of my coaching, hopefully to help players become better athletes and better people. It's not just the talent in playing baseball, but more so in who he is and how he carried himself. Eric White, a true competitor. I can stand here tonight and share with you Eric's accomplishments both as a high-achieving student and athlete, and be deserving himself. The Leslie M. Omar Athlete of the Year, the Superintendent's Award, the Mitchell Scholarship Award, a 4-year starter in baseball, 3 in hockey, KBAC Player of the Year, 2009 and 2010. All Zone and All Player of the Year, 2010 and 2011. State Legion Tournament Team, Senior League World Series District 3 Team, All-State Goaltender 3 years in a row, Mr. Baseball Runner-Up Finalist, East-West All-Star Team, Division I Baseball Player and a starter, American East Player of the Week several times, and the All-American East Conference First Team 2013. These accomplishments are so well deserved in Eric's part. But if I was to stop here right now, it wouldn't be fair. Because of who Eric is so much more than those accolades. Eric is a tremendous example and player who lived by the saying, so much can be accomplished when no one cares about who gets the credit. Eric never cared about himself or personal accolades. He cared about a team. He was the ultimate team player. In the 4 years the teams Eric's played on, he was in 5 Eastern Maine Championships, 3 state championships. He made the coaches and players around him better. I could share numerous qualities that Eric possessed, but 3 come to mind. being poised, being mindful, and being great. Eric demonstrated a great calmness and poise in pressure situations. The more intense the situation, the more composed Eric was. It was that composure that allowed him to perform and more times than not rise to the occasion for his team. He was a difference maker for his teams. Just to give you an example, one year, I think it was the sophomore year, we were playing Bangor on a Friday night. Obviously a Bangor Brewer game can't get any better. We used to go around the dugout and we'd talk about things and we'd talk about signs. And I took a peek around just to see who was pitching for Bangor at the time. And to say the least, I was probably more nervous than anybody. And I started to try to find words to say to the team to be motivational, talk a little bit about this and that. And Eric just, at the time, when Eric spoke, people listened. Eric just piped up and said, "Coach, we're all set." To say the least, we won 10-3, and we were all set. But being mindful, a student of the game, if you will, he learned a great deal of this from his father. Eric was not only a talented athlete, but he was a very intelligent one. Even as a young player, he had the understanding of the game, whether it be in hockey or baseball. As a freshman, being an infielder through middle school, and then coming up and starting the outfield for us, and mind you, batting second in the lineup. He was the first freshman in my coaching career that I've ever started from the beginning to the end. I could share numerous times where Eric displayed this great awareness and this intelligence in a game that made great plays for our team. His freshman year, we won our quarterfinal game, and then we had to travel down to Gardner. And just to make a long story short, the game was kind of Gardner was number 1, and they were overlooking us. It was a rainy day, the field was just swamped with water. We showed up. They really had no one was there. We had to take batting practice in the gym. And as the game went on, there's one play where Eric made a catch in left field that was just unbelievable. And it wasn't just a catch, it was the fact that opened up the confidence for the rest of our team. And Eric's awareness where to play in that position and to make that catch just spurred us on to a victory. It was kind of a David and Goliath type game, if you will. But most importantly, Eric possessed something that I share a lot with a team now that I coach, and it is greatness. Eric White was a great player for more than his abilities. His knowing, his caring about someone else, his team, was what truly counted to him. As I've grown as a coach, I can think back about Eric White, and I share the many qualities with my teams today. Eric represented greatness. It wasn't about size, but significance. It had nothing to do with external appearances or outside expectations, but living out, playing the game with passion, playing the game with meaning, making those around him better. Being successful as a team, what really mattered to Eric. I had a tough decision to make Eric's junior year. My son was a year younger than Eric, and it was a very difficult one. I foresaw myself being a Brewer for my whole career. But to be honest with you, it was Eric that really made it an easier decision. You know, you want to be with your son, but at the same time, looking back at it, Eric Wright made it really easy because you want to leave a team, when you're done coaching, you want to leave it you want to leave a team with players there so that you care, the players you care about. So it was really difficult for me. It was a really difficult decision. One of the happiest times, to be honest with you, wasn't when I had Eric on my team, it was when I was coaching against him. Because that year, his senior year, we happened to play in the semifinal game. And just the greatness that it showed is how he spurred his team on. Try not to get that emotional here. The play was, we were down 2-0. And Eric positioned himself during the game. We had a runner at second base and the ball was hit. And Eric caught a line drive out of the air. And they won the game. I say that because we've been fortunate enough to be part of state championship games, but I'll be honest with you, that was one of the happiest moments of my coaching career. Not just for Brewer and for Dana, but seeing a kid that meant a great deal to me make that play, and how he made that play, and how he really made the people around him better, made me better. He was a person I'll never forget. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great honor to present to you Brewer High School Hall of Fame inductee, Eric White.
So when my dad first told me that I had been inducted into the Hall of Fame, we sat down and talked about who to introduce me, as that was part of the whole event. And there was no one we could think of other than Dave to stand up here and say all kinds of things about me, because I know he Dave was the most passionate coach I had ever played for. He taught more than just fundamentals in baseball. He taught life lessons such as work ethic and just the ultimate passion for competition that he demonstrated day in and day out is what I took away from high school, more so than how to field a ground ball, how to hit a baseball further, or whatever it may be. Dave sticks with me every day in the life that I live, in the work ethic that I now portray in the rest of my life outside of athletics. So Dave, I'd just like to say thank you. You're a huge inspiration to me, and I know I got a good friend Kyle sitting right here. He would say the same exact thing. We loved playing for you, and we never felt bad in Brewer when you went to Coach Dillon. Like, that was never a decision we thought. It wasn't even a decision. We knew you had to go, and we were proud that you were able to do that, and we're happy for you that you were able to experience that with Dillon at Bangor, and we couldn't be happier. So. I don't have a lot to say about myself, so thank you. I wouldn't be standing here if it wasn't for all my teammates, all the great teams I played on. They are what drove me. I wanted to be better for them. I wanted to be better every day so that we could be on teams and we could reminisce about the teams of old days when we were older, like my dad and all his friends used to sit around and talk about the good old days of our teams in high school. That's really what drove me, was the friendships, the teams, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my family. My mom and dad were at every sporting event I ever had from the age from the time I started playing at 5 years old. They drove me out of state. They drove me to Canada weekend after weekend when I was playing hockey. I would not be here without them. My grandparents, they're all sitting over here, my entire family. They had 3 tables tonight. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them and all the support that they gave me throughout my life. So I just want to say thank you to all you guys, and I love you, and